an organization called T-Zone that has been on hiatus for a little bit. It's for young girls and self-esteem, and now we're going actually full throttle today. I decided to rehire my executive director today, and we're going to be building like bricks and mortar, so like a real place for young girls to go after school. It's college preparatory. It's learning to be fierce and beautiful inside and out. So it's not just like, oh, we're just having fun after school. I mean, it is from them being able to do photo shoots, them learning how to do job interviews, learning how to do their hair and makeup, how to dress, how to talk, how to speak, as well as college preparatory and tutoring and stuff. So it's like the inside-out beauty thing and strength.
I have to say, you look smashing. Tell us about this dress.
Well, this dress is made by Jewel Shannon. She is a designer from the Caribbean. I think she's currently based out of Miami or New York, and she is fabulous. I've done fashion shows down in Trinidad and in Barbados, and they are just amazing down there. I love them. They're all festive and beautiful. You like it?
I love it. It's gorgeous. So were you involved at all in the design of it? Did you think that, you had some inspiration for her? Did you ever talk about it with her? Things you like?
Well, we talked a lot about the things I like. I did a shoot with her that's actually coming out for She Caribbean next month. And this particular dress I had seen on the runway. She altered it a little bit to fit me. And hopefully in the future she'll be making some stuff for me besides things that already had a concept before. So maybe I can be her muse.
What's good news for you?
What?
What's good news for you in your life?
Oh, good news for me in my life. I just moved back from Paris, and I'm happy to be back in America. As sad as that sounds, everybody's like, oh my gosh, you were in Paris. That's so cool. I'm like, yeah, but after a while, you miss Walmart and Target and being able to go to just one place to shop and people speaking English. I mean, as overrated as it might sound, it's good to have.
And you're from America?
I am from America. I'm from actually Lake Forest, Illinois, so I'm a Midwest girl.
Okay, well, congratulations on your great success. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm just sort of like the fun-loving party boy, like fashion person. There's not really a definition for my role on the show. I mean, it's probably a little bit of comic relief, a little bit of drama, a little bit of romance, a little bit of life.
Now, were you this person in high school and in school?
I've always been this person, and anybody who's known me, my whole life knows that, like, this is just like adding a camera into the equation. This is totally me. It's kind of nuts. It's weird. It's like I've always felt like everywhere I've gone, it's sort of like people want to know like something about me, or they want me to get in trouble, or they want me to, do something crazy. And every now and then I give it to them, but, just give them enough to get them good and hungry, and then keep them wanting more.
So has your family allowed you, or encouraged you, or stood by you, or told you not to?
Well, and my mother is very supportive. You'll see my mother on the show.
Your real mother?
Yes. Who has a fake mother? No, we didn't have auditions for my mother. No, I do have a showbiz mom, definitely. So you'll see her on the show. She's very supportive. The rest of my family, I don't think they're that into it, but, they'll get into it. It's entertaining, and I think they're going to love it.
So this is a dream come true, would you say?
Definitely one of them, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've got a bucket list of things that I have yet to achieve, but, yeah, this is definitely one of them.
Inspiration, thanks. Yeah.
What's good? I have a TV show coming out on March 10th. That's what's good. I'm excited about it. I worked really hard, and I'm a creator on it and a co-executive producer, so it's been a lot of work, and I'm excited for it. That's good.
Congratulations. All right, American Top Model, great photographer, but you also made a humanitarian movie. Tell me about that.
I've made several, but my latest one was for the Elizabeth Glaser Pediatrics AIDS Foundation. It premiered on December 1st, which is World AIDS Day. Basically discussing and documenting what we've done in the United States for pediatric AIDS versus what we're doing around the world. And of course, in the United States, we've decreased pediatric AIDS by over 94% over the past decade, which is extraordinary. Less children were born HIV positive than were actually killed on the roads last year. So massive steps. But in the rest of the world, over 1,000 children are born every day HIV positive. So we have massive strides to make, and the film discusses this. And I think it's very important to get an audience like America's Next Top Model, which is now a global audience. We're in 126 countries, and tune their focus onto more serious matters whenever I can. And I've got to say, the audience reacts very well to it, and we've had very great results with the documentaries. And I did one called The Sealed Fate for the Humane Society about the seal hunt, and another one on Haiti called Haiti, Hunger and Hope in 2008 after the food riots. And our films have been to Sundance and the Toronto Film Festival, and we've had a lot of success with them. And for me, it's very sort of it's an honor to be able to make these films, and I obviously have a built-in audience that's interested in listening to what I have to say.
One of the things that I love about this process is that we kind of honor it. We don't kind of cheat anything in editing or anything like that. But I can tell you that when it gets, how when you watch, us talk through who should stay, who should go, and Tyra usually says, well, we've made our decision. Sometimes that discussion can be a lot longer. It can turn into an argument. And Tyra admits it, honestly, sometimes, she votes for a girl to stay, but she gets outvoted. Sometimes people think that she can veto the vote, and that's actually not true. It's definitely a democratic process, and I've seen Tyra, upset some days because somebody went home that she wanted to stay. But, it's fair.
Has she ever been outvoted in, the bottom three, the top very end of the season?
Oh yeah, Tyra's definitely been outvoted in the bottom three. Actually, if I can go back a few cycles, when we were in Australia, we all played a crude joke on Tyra. I just figured, because we were down to the final two, it was the season that we had Jasleen and Natasha, and so we had all kind of made our decision, but we still hadn't really kind of taped it because we had a tape change or something. So when it came back to us having to vote on camera, we all just decided we would go the other way. And Tyra was looking at us like, what? I thought we just had this whole long conversation. And we just kind of gave her a little punked moment. It was kind of funny. I saw her sweating on the brow.
We're promoting a new show on the CW Wednesday nights at 9:30. Yep.
The show's about?
It documents our 5 lives up in the air and on the ground. We're all flight attendants for Virgin America Airlines. It's a newer airline, so hopefully after the show, everyone will know about us. Yep.
Okay, and what happens on the show?
We're bringing the fun and glamour back into flying. Our Virgin America is just probably one of the best airlines now, so that's what we're all about.
Do you want to become a flight attendant?
No. Excuse me?
Did you ever want to become a flight attendant, or are you a flight attendant already?
Right now, we're all flight attendants.
And so you fly for Virgin Atlantic already?
Virgin America, yes.
Virgin America, okay.
All 5 of us have flown for over 2 years for the company. Fare is a little bit more than the others, but creeping up
So
on
what's
3.
the good news about flying and working in the airlines? What's good news to each one of you?
What's good news? Good news is to be here in New York with my girls promoting this great show. We're all so excited about it, and we finally get to share it with everybody.
You get a little bit of a sneak peek into what it is to be a flight attendant, and hopefully we can break some of the stereotypes. Yeah, flying with us is fun, and kind of watching our lives is fun, so we hope you like it.
Make sure you tune in. Flying is it's awesome because one minute you can be in New York and tomorrow we'll be in LA. You just jump around, a lot of adventure, a lot of fun.
Well, I'm originally from Caracas, Venezuela, but I grew up in Newton in Boston, and then I came to New York City and went to school here, started a magazine, and got wrapped up in the nightlife and all that fun stuff, and somehow stumbled into this.
Okay. Tell us about how you're positioned in the program.
I have no idea. I think I'm going to have to watch. I don't know.
Well, so you just did segments on your own?
No, I mean, there was, it's dramatic. It's really dramatic. It was intense, and you never know. I've done a lot of shows, and so you never know until you sit down and you watch it what happens. I don't know if the cage fighting scene's going to make it or not. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Okay. So, have you ever done that before?
Cage fighting? No, this was my first time.
And how was that?
Cage fighting in Gucci heels was amazing.
Okay, so you're executive producers of Fly Girls.
Yes.
And that means, did you write it as well, or how are you involved with the show?
Well, I was one of the created by, there was 3 of us that actually created the show. So myself, a guy named Peter Page, and a guy named Bradley Redewick. And then we brought Colin on board like almost immediately, and Colin developed the show with us, and Colin was actually the day-to-day showrunner. So he did most of the heavy lifting. And
where's the show shot?
But it's a reality show, just so you know. So there's no writing involved. It's we follow these girls' lives, and they have a unique individual story, being involved with Virgin and being flight attendants, that we found pretty captivating. And so we were excited to do the show.
So when you do a reality show, you follow these girls live. However, most people don't have cameras on them when they're running around and living their life. So
Sure.
how do you then still keep it in a let's quotes live way?
Right, that's a good question. I mean, it definitely at the beginning of shooting, it's a unique thing that they have cameras following them around that they aren't used to. But we film with them for months and months and months, and after a while, the crew and the cameras and everybody sort of fall away, and it's like they just interact in their normal lives and don't even think about the cameras in front of them. So
one of the more interesting situations that has occurred as a result of this kind of a reality technique.
You mean within the 8 episodes that we did?
Yes. Okay.
Well, I think for us, the part of what we do that's really original is the fact that we have this giant brand, which is Virgin, who allowed us to come and play with their toys and film on their planes and go to their events. So this is not a show that's like stagnant, where you have a bunch of people who are living in a small area or confined. I mean, we're on planes, we're traveling to all the cities that Virgin goes to, we're staying in hotels and basically following the girls, in their lives, doing what flight attendants do, which is, when they have a day off, they hop on a plane and they go somewhere. So I think that in and of itself was a very unique experience for this kind of show. And the other thing that was very unique for us was that we were able to put together a group of girls who walked in the door with pre-existing relationships. And that doesn't usually happen. So, they walk in the door with stories to tell because they know each other and they have a history and a past together.
We interviewed them. Nice bunch of girls.
Yeah, they are.
So I'm sure you're having a good time, and I can see they're personable. Each one was well-spoken, better than I. And congratulations. Richard, there's this guy, Richard Branson. I don't know if you ever heard his name, but
we've met him a couple times.
I think he somehow has something related to airplanes in that original name that you're saying. But this is Virgin America. I think his is Richard.
No.
How does this play in with it?
It's all part of the Virgin umbrella. So Virgin America is the American branch of in Virgin Atlantic, and then they have Virgin Australia. He was very supportive of the idea, and actually, pops up a couple of times in the episodes because we were allowed to go film at events. Richard's a very philanthropic man, and he does a lot of charity events, and so they allowed us to follow the girls to those because they do use the flight attendants to work those events, to be there to represent the brand. So we saw him a couple times.
Okay, well, congratulations. He is a very philanthropic man. He does a lot of good for society.
High Society follows Tinsley Mortimer and her friends and her family and her adventures throughout the city, both on a personal and professional level. She designs a line of handbags, and it's just her adventures throughout New York City and actually all over the world.
Okay, is this a new show on the air, or has it been on?
Yes, this is it's its first season, so it's a new show, and it's premiering March 10th.
Okay, and the first episode takes you from where to where?
I haven't seen the first episode, so I'm not quite sure what goes on, but namely we go around, and it's just about our lives, attending certain events, fashion shows, club openings, and it's just also about what we do during the day, and it's kind of real inside look into our daily lives.
And your character is what?
I'm Tinsley Mortimer's best friend.
Okay, and as her best friend, are you her confidant? Are you there for her when she needs a friend?
Yes, well, I think I've always supported her throughout our friendship, and I'm just really excited that she has such a great show that's coming out.
Okay, and are you her good friend? Are you there for? Is she there for you?
Yeah, she's always been there for me, no matter what. She was my bridesmaid at my wedding, so.
Oh, really? Okay,
yes.
This is for real.
Yes.
Okay, let's
I have pictures to prove it.